Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rishi, and it gives me great pleasure to stand here in front of you all and step into the future. The future, which is not just shaped by technology, but it is shaped with expectations. Expectations of your customers, and especially your next generation of customers. Now, what are the expectations of this next-gen customers? They want fluidity in interaction, context in communication. Of course, they want everything to be delivered via tech, all the engagements to be done via tech. But they want humanization over there as well. They want personalization, and that is the demand. As we've just seen the previous presentation, with the advent of generative AI and agentic AI, we now have the power to build solutions that are not just intelligent and interactive, but it opens up a new paradigm of customer relationships that goes beyond the depth of what we have as of today, create unprecedented values, both for the banks and your customers. We believe that it is high time that we reimagine this customer relationship, keeping customer experience at the center, and it starts with customer onboarding. Gone are the days when we started to build this trust where a bank goes to a prime real estate, have aesthetically pleasing buildings, high ceilings, marble floors, ambient lightings. Now, there is a new prime real estate, and it is this small. It's pasted on your smartphones, and it's very competitive because there are hundreds of apps over there. Your strategy around experience, starting out with a small pixel, amalgamated into a beautifully designed app, will result in dealing with this new dynamics of your customer relationship. Your bank today is an app. So I welcome you all to explore what we're doing here in F1Soft as part of our digital onboarding solution powered by FoneNXT. So the story starts with going back to the drawing board. We sat with our partner banks, our product managers, and then we started defining what is customer onboarding. But we pivoted. We actually defined what is not customer onboarding. And we came to the conclusion that these are a few fundamentals that we're going to follow in this next generation digital onboarding system. We should not be redefining or retrofitting current legacy into the app, which is basically taking your physical 10, 15 pages of KYC and just digitizing it on the app. We also said that we're not going to paste the current KYC on the screen, which is just focused on being compliant and is not mindful about the inputs of the user that will lead to a deeper and personalized relationships with them. And as we have embedded chatbots into our onboarding system, but we also wanted to be mindful and not just use these chatbots as part of a robotic response for the customer's queries through the FAQs that is behind the scenes. Hence, we took these fundamentals and designed the next generation digital onboarding solution here at F1Soft on our digital banking suite FoneNXT. So we started out from two foundational philosophies. The first one was seamless service, and the next one, of course, was AI. As part of seamless service, there were two things that we broke it down into. The first one is that it should have human at the center. We need to build a fluid interface which is contextual. We understood that one fit-for-all approach does not work. It has to cater to multiple and varied customer personas. And the second aspect of seamless service was, of course, replacing one of the major actors of customer onboarding, and that is the banks. Whenever a customer is getting onboarded, there's a critical role that banks play in regards to validating the information from the customers, screening the customers, inserting the information into various systems. We designed the dynamic workflows to basically replace this job allowing the interface to be minimalistic, hence frictionless. Another foundational principle we integrated as part of our digital onboarding is AI. Yes, digital onboarding requires the standard tools to enable it, which is the Intelligent Document Scanner, or OCR, as my engineering friends here would like to call it, Object Character Recognition tech, and of course the facial recognition. But other than that, we also inbuilt agentic capabilities as part of our digital onboarding. When we developed this together, there was this buzzword, agentic AI. We used to call it dynamic workflows back then, but still, we were actually at the forefront of already integrating agentic capabilities as part of our digital onboarding. Here, with a simple orchestration, with the knowledge base that we have of all the customers, we can now enable micro-interaction to not just a single customer group, not just few customer personas, but each individual strata within those customer personas. It's like an app talking to 100 different types of customers at scale. And once we did this, something unprecedented happened. The result was we were able to onboard customers into our partner bank within few minutes, lightning fast speed. So what are the core components of our digital onboarding system which has enabled this capability? The first one is, of course, the agentic AI and contextual UX. Let's break it down, these two terms. When we say contextual UX or UI, we understood that it has to cater to varied customer personas. So it has to be fluid. To put it simply, it has to alter, it has to change. Another one is agentic AI. And as part of agentic AI, what we did was we wanted to orchestrate dynamic workflows so that each individual customer can be guided through the onboarding system, or onboarding journey per se. Let me give you one example. My dad, whenever he's using a mobile application, just for a simple QR payment, he asks hundreds of questions. He's so apprehensive to click that next button that would just enable his payment. He's just very scared of divulging his information on the app. So I have to guide him and teach him to use a simple feature on the mobile app. Now I look back at my mother. She is not bothered about the banking terms or the English language. She's very visual. She just likes to click, 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 and get the things done. But while doing so, she misses some steps, and there are errors, and she just doesn't bother using the app anymore. Now there's the Gen Z, my teenage cousins, and Gen Alphas, my teenage cousins, and whenever they are using an app, if they feel like something is redundant or latent, they just drop it. They just don't use it. Now, these are just few use cases, and it goes above and beyond those. How can we serve visually impaired people? How can we serve people who are not well versed with English language? How can we serve people who are not well versed with banking at all? So there are multiple customer personas we need to cater to. And these are not just 5, 7, 10 personas. This might be hundreds of personas. Through orchestration of the agents, today this is possible, and now we can reach something that is a utopia just a year back, that is hyper-personalization at scale. Of course, another critical component, the object character recognition, or intelligent document scanner, as we would like to call it, which we have built ground up. Leveraging neural nets and deep learning technologies and tools, we've devised this technology allowing to scan various kinds of documents and extract customer information with the required precision. The documents entail, your national IDs, your citizenship, your passports, or any other government-valid documentations. So we did a small survey just a while back, and it was really interesting to see that when people are filling out their KYC forms and are, inserting such kind of information, they are going back and forth, double-checking it, revalidating it. It is still error-prone compared to our technology enabled by OCR. It's like night and day. Hence, this technology is not only serving the apprehension or the friction that the customer is facing as part of onboarding, but it's going beyond. Furthermore, we do understand the applicability of this solution, not just in Nepal, but even outside of Nepal. Hence, our OCR tech is already capable in scanning documents that are in English language, Nepali language, Bengali language, and it's going above and beyond, like in Arabic, Korean, and Hindi. With the emergence of generative AI, and the new doors being opened around data augmentation, we are confident that within a year, I know that Sanada and team can get like over 100 languages supporting through this OCR tech pretty soon. Facial recognition, of course, the bread and butter of digital onboarding. Again, another tech that we have designed ground up here inside F1Soft, which allows for a person to take a photograph, match it with the photograph that we've captured to the OCR, and just map it out, and then you're done. You can just get forward in your onboarding process. Something that we have done is that we've also built features around liveness check, so that we know that it's the real person who's actually standing in front of the camera. Again, this generative AI thing is really creating new dynamics and new challenges, and one of the challenges is around deep fakes. So we have also continuously upgrading and investing in this technology to make it spoof-proof so that we are not fooled by these deep fakes and all these generative AI contents. Our digital onboarding solution is not only enabled via app, there is the hero behind the scene, which is the backend, which we would like to call it digital onboarding solution core. Now, what does this core entail? This core entails a really dynamic integration layer, which integrates with your AML systems or your politically exposed PEP repository screeners or your any other kinds of watch lists that you have to screen to in order to identify whether a customer is flagged or not. We do understand that customer onboarding is one of the sensitive steps for the bank, and it has to be prudent in order to be compliant. Furthermore, in other jurisdictions, it is required as part of customer onboarding to get integrated with the centralized data repositories, predominantly held by the government, such as national ID databases. So our system has the required robustness to call these systems and do the required validations to validate the information of the customers in real time. And of course, our digital onboarding solution is also enabled with assisted onboarding, which is integrated with the interface layer or the app, as we like to call it here. And what you can do here is that if I am a customer getting onboarded with your banking app, and I fail to get onboarded, then with just a simple click of a button, I can call the agent, or Banks' agent per se, on demand, and get onboarded in real time. Similarly, in many jurisdictions, it is required for person-to-person validation, a bank and the person. Now, we can do this through this video KYC platform that is embedded as part of the digital onboarding solution. And finally, we also have a powerful digital back office for the banks, where you have full visibility of the entire customer journey. And if any required configurations are to be done in regards to Mecker or Checker that you would like to inbuild for certain types of customers, then that is also possible through this powerful digital back office and beyond. Well, we've imagined the possibilities. Now let's watch them unfold. I'm sure you're all like me, seeing is believing. So I would like to welcome my colleague Yunus here, and we're going to do a live demonstration of our digital onboarding solution. We're getting there. I appreciate your patience. Thank you. Hi. Okay. I hope you can see this. All right, Yunus. So I am a non-account holder. I just downloaded the app. I just do a simple registration, and now moving forward. Device authorization. Standard verification code that I insert. And remember, I'm still not the bank's customer yet. Input the required passcodes. I'll do the biometrics later. There are a few products already recommended to me. One is Remit Saver, if I was, let's say, if geolocation was picked up, and if I was outside of Nepal right now, then I would be offered that remitter savers account. But now the AI is already offering me elegant savings based on my geolocation data. I'll just open the account. Now, I'm going to upload my government ID. I'm going to choose passport. That's me. I don't have a beard there. Let's see let's see whether it can scan my face. All the required details captured by the OCR in real time. If there's any edits to be done, then that can be done by the user as well. I'll just confirm. All right, now it's the facial recognition. So let's see. I didn't have any beard over there. I do have now. All right. It looks good to me. Facial recognition in action. There you have it. I just disclose, as mandated by the law of the land. I do proceed. And abracadabra, there I have it. My savings account open in real time within minutes. So yeah, thank you everyone for your patience. I'm sure you are excited as I am to step into the future. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.